Ooh, 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 ooh. It was the mid-1980s, somewhere in the middle of Canada. You know, the top hat of America. Now, there was actually a very, very fatal illness sweeping the nation, and little children were getting very sick. If they were cheated, they had disabilities. It was called spinal meningitis. It's orally contracted. And what happens is it goes into the spinal column and it affects the nervous system, and it, in effect, actually, the fever affects the brain so much that it can shut a small child down. Now, the 1980s. Tape decks, VCRs, station wagons, come on. Great decade. Budweiser was king, and Donald Trump was just a mere mortal wearing boxy suits and buying real estate. But I really want to tell you about a little girl's journey. Her brush with death. Her glimpse at the other side. And that little girl is me. I was sitting eating my peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the stairs. I love to sit there because I could watch all the foot traffic move around the house. But I was really hot. Like really hot. And oh, I love this sandwich. I'm not hungry anymore. What's happening to me? Oh, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and talk to the adults because they always know what to do. So I go to the kitchen and I pull on Auntie Gina's shirt and I'm like, Auntie Gina, can you feel my forehead? And she leans down and she puts her hand on my forehead and she says, oh dear, this child is really hot. I'm really concerned about her. Okay, well, I scurry away because I'm like, oh no, I've done something wrong now. Oh no, why am I so hot? And I put my little head through the banisters on the stairs and I look out and I listen to the adults as they make a commotion and talk about the hospital. Oh no, not the hospital. I really, really don't want to go to the hospital. That's where people go when they get really sick. Sure enough, they're throwing things into a bag. They're acting a little funny. And it's just a circus, and we're running out the door, and the hospital. Clean, clinical, bright white lights, beeping sounds, doctors, nurses being called to all different floors. Surely a doctor comes and stands right in front of me, and he assesses me immediately, and he says, this child is very sick. We think she has spinal meningitis. If we test her, we might lose her. Let's get her immediately to intensive care. I'm isolated in a room. I'm dressed in white. I'm sitting straight up in my bed. I now have intravenous being put into my arms. Medicine running through my body. I don't know what's happening. My mother comes and sits on the corner of my bed. And she says to me, sweetheart, do you know what you have? No, I don't. It's spinal meningitis, sweetheart. Spider? Meningitis? Oh, that sounds really scary. Yes, we're very concerned for you. You see, we need you to make it through the night. Okay. And with that, she got up and she exited the room and went into the hall. It had grown quiet now, and night was falling. I sat in my bed, medicine running through my body, exhausted, and I fell asleep. Sure enough, I woke up to something coming down next to me. A spider. Oh, okay, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to get myself really nice and tight like a board, and hopefully this will go away. I open my eyes. I turn to the right. What is going on over here? 3 unidentifiable shadowy men standing next to my bed. So I now have a spider and 3 men over here. Oh boy, this is what she was telling me about. If I close my eyes really tight, I think, yeah, this is going to go away, right? Yeah. And it does. Whew, that was a close one. Okay. But now, what's going on now? Oh my God, I'm in a hospital and I can hear dogs barking. There are 3, 4, 5 dogs in the room with me. They're barking so loud, they're snarling, they are drooling, and they are attacking my bed. They know I'm vulnerable and they're coming for me. They're gonna take me down to Hades and present me to Persephone. What is going on? They can't get in. Oh, thank goodness they can't get in. Oh, they keep attacking it, but they can't get in. There's a bubble around my bed that's protecting me. Some kind of a force field. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'm just going to wait this out. This is just going to go away. Yeah. Daylight is breaking. I can see it now. And like a good vampire movie, I know those dogs are going away. And they just get cold off of me and they slither away through the cracks of the room. And the room is bathed in this warm white light. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I've made it through the night. Oh, but now what's happening? I thought this was all over. No, it's not. It's not over. Oh my gosh. I'm getting up out of my body. I think they call this astro traveling. And I am looking back at myself. Phenomenal. Wow. And I can feel something beautiful and warm coming from behind me. Oh my goodness, what is that? Wow, that feels so good. And I can hear string instruments. Oh, it's beautiful. Beloved, you are at a checkpoint. Oh, a checkpoint? Yes, beloved. You see, you are now at a place where you can make a choice. How do you want to choose? Do you want to go back into that life? Or do you want to come back behind the veil? We must warn you that if you come back here, you will have to work 2 times as hard. Oh. You see, beloved, the life that you have chosen, the contract that you have chosen, is for your soul's evolutionary process. And the souls that you come into contact with will also evolve. It's a very multi-layered process. You see, my beloved. Yeah, I understand. Okay, so if I go there, how long will it take exactly? You see, beloved, for us it's a very quick timeline, blink of an eye, really. But for you, once you will be embodied, time will move quite slow. Oh, okay, okay. And what's going to happen? Can you tell me a little bit about that? Well, beloved, you see, there will be great global catastrophe. You will witness genocide. You will see abuse of human life and source life on the planet. There will be technological wars, famine, and you will feel it all. Oh, okay. Sad. Yes, beloved. And you will have a heart, an empathetic heart. And you see, there will be hardship, heartache, and your heart will break. I understand. What else? Well, beloved, there will be beauty beyond belief. There will be human connection, joy, pure joy, humor, surprise, and elements that you can only experience if you choose to contract this life as a human. I see. Well, I suppose I accept that, and I understand. Yes, I agree. I agree to this. And with that, I felt my body, my spirit, slip back into my body. And I was looking back at my family, connected again. I could feel their collective hearts beat, their prayers answered. Their little girl had made it through the night. She wouldn't be taken from them too soon in this life. I felt cells regenerating and blood pulsing through my body. I was going to heal. I was going to make it. You see, there's actually many of us that have an experience like this. In fact, 1 in 10 people that's admitted to the hospital has what is called a near-death experience. But because of fear or shame, embarrassment, we conceal this immaculate experience. We don't share it. And yet it's so beautiful to know that there's something beyond this, to know that it's pain-free, to know that we have to live without regret here, that this is our training ground, that this is our playground, our learning, our schoolhouse. I hope this message is something you can take with you tonight. Death is really very simple, you see. It's just a transformational doorway. A transformational doorway for the mystical energy that is spirit. And spirit never ends. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being my audience for that story. That's the first time. Thank you so much.